All right, what's up, everybody? We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling. As we're getting started, if you can tell me where you're calling in from, that'd be awesome. We got Pennsylvania in the house, New York, North Carolina. We got Arkansas in the house. I'm from Arkansas. What part are you from? Denver, Colorado in the house. Las Vegas, California, Texas, Memphis. Let's see who else we got here. We got Kentucky, San Diego. I'm having to go through all my message where I ask y'all if you could hear me. Sorry, because some people already answered that. More Texas in the house. Let's go. Dallas, more Texas, Iowa, San Diego, Alberta, Canada, South Africa, India, Rockstar. All right, man. Oh, Indiana, Jersey Shore, South Dakota, Nebraska, more Jersey, more Texas, Pennsylvania, Arizona. As you can see, folks, we have a room full of people. I'm from Northwest Arkansas too, Fran. Very cool. Bentonville. So if you're just joining us, Jamaica's in the house. I got to throw out Jamaica, South Africa. We've got Nigeria here. So we've obviously representing multiple countries as well. So anyway, I do want to welcome you to this call. I'm excited to be here today. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't have some awesome PowerPoint presentation or something like that I'm going to share with you. A lot of this is just going to be a conversation between us going back and forth because I really want you to understand where things are at inside of Full Velocity. So, whether you're here for the very first time, just checking this thing out, or, you're already an existing member. First of all, thank you for taking your Sunday to come out here, or possibly Monday, I guess, depending on where you're at, to spend some time with us. We do have a call this evening as well on the same exact link. It's going to be a live overview call. So we're going to be going actually over the entire project of what we do and help people understand. That's a great place to invite people. It's definitely not a pushy thing. It's an educational thing, so people can make a good decision if this makes sense for them or not. But with that being said, what this call about today is, number one, I want to give you a complete understanding of where Full Velocity is at. I want you to understand what our technology has been doing, not only during this last 5.5 weeks since we've been in business, but also what the future, the vision of this company is. And then obviously we got to talk about the RFT. So if you hang in here for a second, we're going to do all that. And I'm not going to keep you too long. What I would like is, I would like the message to be as strong as it possibly can. I will open this thing up for Q&A at the end. Okay, so at the end, if you do have questions and things like that, I will spend some time answering those. Okay, so stick around for a little bit if you'd like to do that. But with that being said, I did take a little bit of notes here, so I'm going to cheat. I'm usually such an off the cuff dude, but I did take some notes because I don't want to miss anything, in regards to what exactly we've been doing here, and really the vision of the company, because like I know, first of all, I haven't been out in front of y'all as much as I was in the beginning. There's reasons behind that. I mean, one of the biggest reasons is obviously we've been working behind the scenes to try to get everything going with this new RFT system, or RTF, sorry. And if you don't know what that is, that's a real-time feed system. I'm going to talk about that at the end of this presentation because that's what everyone really wants to know. Like this part, they do want to know this part, but at the same time, everyone's here probably for one reason. So we're going to talk about that, but it'll be good news. Okay, so just hang in there for a second. You're going to want to stick around for that. But I want to talk about this business model as a whole for just a second, because oftentimes, especially in this industry of affiliate marketing, direct sales, and whatever you'd like to call this, oftentimes that is the only focus, right? The focus is, like, as far as being able to refer people, being able to make money from the compensation plan, all those things. And by the way, that's super cool. And again, if you're here for the very first time, we do have an affiliate platform that is completely optional. 100% optional. You don't have to do it if you don't like to. And that's really what I want to focus on today, is what if you didn't do it? Okay. Because I know that sounds kind of like strange, but I want you to understand we're in such a cool place with Full Velocity, our technology, what's been going on inside of our company, that I think sometimes we forget, like, the big picture of what we really truly have our hands on. Okay. The affiliate side of what we do is just a cherry on top, right? It is an amazing way for you to earn income for referring others, assuming that the bot produces. And there's a couple moving parts, but still very simple to understand. What I want to talk about right now is the part that oftentimes we forget to talk about, And it's a really important part. And that's the fact that our technology, our service, our product is actually working. Okay. It's actually doing what it's supposed to do. So I want to talk a little bit about the strategy behind what we do and the future where we're going. But before I even get into it, what I wanted to tell you is that, since we started this, okay, so since we launched, we went live on 2/2/22. And during that time, we actually there. I don't think that I'm trying to remember when the very first profit was paid. I think February 8th or something like that. I'm not even sure. So we launched on 2/2/22, but in that, that span of time that we're talking about, it's really about 1 month is what we're looking at when you look at the actually when profits started to actually happen, the bots started to work. Because remember, when we launched on 2/2/22, what happened at that point in time is we had like a 5-day gap before people could get started into the bot. Now, as you know, since then that has changed very drastically. As soon as someone gets started, they're within 24 hours, they're rocking and rolling, right? So we've drastically improved that in such a short amount of time. But what I want to talk about is since that inception, okay, so since about 1 month in business, our technology has produced over $40,000 in profits for people. Right now, that's after fees. That is after paying the 30% to us. There's been about $40,000 that has been produced through the use of our technology in your own account. Now, that doesn't seem like a huge number, right? Because I mean, if you look out there at some of these companies, they're talking about, millions and billions and all this different stuff. Now, whether or not that's true or whatever, I don't know. Here's what I'm excited about. Okay. What we have in front of us is such an amazing thing that everybody has an opportunity to win, right? So, regardless of whether you're a superstar affiliate marketer, a direct seller, or you're one of those leaders that everyone invites you to fly out to their companies, or you're someone that literally has never referred a single person in your life, you're intrigued about it, right? You go to all the calls, you watch all these people, that are having success. You hear them talk about what they're doing. You probably spend more time on webinars and watching and learning, trying to how to market than you do actually marketing. Maybe that resonates with some of y'all. I talk about that a lot. And maybe you're in that situation that you don't care about any of it, right? You don't really care about the affiliate side of it. You do think it's cool that these people can earn income, but you're happy with just using our product and our service and the technology that we have. If that's you, right, I want to talk specifically about that because I think there's such a huge opportunity here that for normal everyday people can win, right? Again, it doesn't matter if you're an 80-year-old or you're an 18-year-old. It doesn't matter your gender, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location. You have an opportunity here to win inside of full velocity with our technology. Now, is it guaranteed? No, absolutely not. But nothing is guaranteed whatsoever. All we can do is look at what we've done in the past. We can look at what we've continued to do since we've launched this thing, and we can talk about the future as well. But I want you guys to understand that because, again, I think as an affiliate marketer, because I've been there, what you tend to focus on most of the time when you're out there referring people is the affiliate side of this business, which I do think is important, right? Because you have an opportunity to really crush it on top of what the technology is doing. But I just wanted to mention this because, I think it's so important for you to get it. I know there's a lot of different opportunities out there right now. There's a lot of different options that you can choose when it comes to, getting your money working, whether in a technology or using someone's signals or whatever it may be. There's many different options, but I want to talk specifically about what we do. I wanted to remind you that the best platforms out there are the ones that are not reliant on the next sale to stay in business. Okay. And what I mean by that is if you look at most platforms out there, the way that they're designed by they pay out a lot or a little bit, maybe sometimes a lot on the front end, right? They're also trying to play this back end game. Some of them are trading, some of them aren't trading. There's a lot of moving parts. The simplicity of what we do is the reality as well is that if not another person came into this company tomorrow, it doesn't affect us like as far as being in business or be out of business. Of course, we want to be profitable, but I think that that's important for you to understand, and I just wanted to come out here today to talk about what you really have your hands on from that perspective. But I also want to talk about the future, what we're going to be doing. Okay. Because I think this is really important as well. Okay. So we're about 5.5 weeks into this. I've already told you that there's been over $40,000 that's been paid out in profits. Now, remember, that's without compounding, by the way. Just keep that in mind. There's been no option for you to compound inside of your accounts. So obviously that's coming. We're going to talk about that. But in addition to that, we also have had 0 down days in 5.5 weeks. Now, maybe I just jinxed this. I don't know, because I know that the down days will come at some point, right? But what I'm telling you is in 5.5 weeks, we've not had a single down day. Now we've been close, right? There's been a couple days that we're only like at 0.02 or 0.03. But overall, we've not had a negative day yet. And folks, that is something to be proud of, right? That's something that's amazing. No, we're not paying out 5% a day or 3% a day or whatever crap that is out there that people are trying to tell you. But what we have done is we've created a platform that anyone has an opportunity to get started with worldwide, that is very simple to get started. Within like 15 to 20 minutes you can be completely started. Number two, if you want to be an affiliate, great. If you don't, has nothing to do with it. There's no purchasing of packages. You have full liquidity of your money. And in 5.5 weeks, we've not had a single down day. We paid out over $40,000, not even counting the commissions and things like that. And we haven't even started. I mean, that's the reality of all this. I mean, that's my whole point of where I'm going with this is we haven't even really got this ball rolling. I mean, people have been waiting on this real-time feed. There's been a lot of questions. There's been a lot of testing by people like, hey, I'm going to put my money in today. I'm going to withdraw it immediately after, see how long it takes so I can show people what's going on. And that's fine. We really don't care from that perspective. But at the same time, I know so many people have been hurt in this industry that you got to go through some of those things, right? You have to make sure that those things are correct and that will work for your team, because you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to protect anyone that you refer into this. So we totally get that. But I'm excited about where we've been. I'm more excited about where we're going. And I want to talk just really quickly about the strategy of the bot that we use right now. And I want to talk about the vision of the company going forward. One thing that we've done with the current bot, which we call this bot FV Flex, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that, the word FLEX, it's FV Flex. And this bot was designed as a hedging strategy, right? And you guys have probably heard me talk about this, on the overview calls, the strategy of hedging. And, a hedge strategy is limited sometimes on the upside, but protects you on the downside. Like that's the goal of a hedging strategy. You want to be able to capture the upside of the market, but at the same time, you want to protect from the downside. That's why every single time a position is created inside of the full velocity flex technology, there's a long position and a short position, right? There's a position that thinks that the market could go up, and there's a position that thinks that the market can go down. And the algorithm that's built into this, right? The technology that is built into this, the science behind it, if you will, has created this environment where little profits are taken on a regular basis, right? So we could have 3,000, we could have 5,000 trades a week. And what's going to be really cool, which we're going to talk about here in a second, with the new real-time feed, you're going to be able to see all of these, right? So you're going to be able to see these trades as they're happening. You're going to be able to see the profit that's created inside of it. And I just want you to think for a second, like where we're at, just 5 weeks into this, 5.5 weeks into this, where we're at. And now I want to talk about where we're going. I've talked a little bit about the strategy of what we do, how this thing has been able to create the results that it has. And the whole idea and the whole premise behind it is to take advantage of the market in a less risky environment, right? Not highly leveraged, no big drawdowns, but the opportunity to grow. And it's done that, and it continues to do that. So we're excited about that. But one thing that I do want to talk about is the future of full velocity. In the next 12 months, our goal is to bring 4 new bots to the market, right? So our technology and the licensing that we have behind our company, we plan on licensing at least 4 more bots in this year. So in the next 12 months, that's going to give you opportunity. Now, some of these bots, and these are questions we always get, well, what kind of technology is it going to be? What kind of bots is it going to be? Well, there's many different things that we're working on behind the scenes, but we want to give also people the option that if they do want to be a little bit more risky, right? If they want to have a little bit more potential for the upside, we want to give people that chance, right? So that's some of the stuff that we're working on here. Like, there might be some more volatility in the bot that we come with in the future, but at the same time, the upside potential might be better. So we're looking at all these different things so that when people come into full velocity as their own unique experience, right? Their own unique experience to create. What do they want to do? What is their risk tolerance? What are they actually looking for when it comes to growing, and using the technology that we have, but growing their money? What is their objective? And based on that, they can decide if any of our technology is going to work for them or not. My guess is yes, it absolutely is. We've already created this environment that I feel is a safe environment. And when I say safe, there's obviously inherent risk for anything that you do. But at the same time, if you look at the different strategies that are out there, I feel that we have a really, really solid strategy. So with that being said, I want you to think about this. Okay, where we're at, we've already paid out 40K in profits to people, not including affiliate platform whatsoever. We just started this thing. We haven't had a single down day in 5.5 weeks. Knocking on wood. Maybe this thing will continue. I'm sure we'll have a down day at some point. But now I want to talk about where we're going with the RTF system, because that is what everybody is here for, and I don't want to keep you here all day. Okay. One of the things that we have done over the last, I think it's probably been 3 weeks, is we've introduced this new system called RTF. So if you're just joining us, just to kind of give you a really, really quick snapshot of what that means, is that we have implemented a system, or are in the process of implementing a system called the RTF system. And RTF just means real time feed. And what the real time feed is going to give you is it's going to give you the opportunity to have a complete transparency on your account with Dart. So what that means is this, okay? Every single transaction that happens, you're going to be able to see. You're going to know your available balance, your opening balance. You're going to know your drawdown. You're going to be able to create a 100% unique opportunity for you and your account. If you want to automatically compound any of the profits that come in, you can do 100%. You could do 25%. You could take commissions if you're an affiliate and move them to the trade account and get them going in the bot. There'll still be a $200 minimum to start your bot. Okay, a $200 minimum to start your bot. But as you continue to build it, so if you had $3 in profits, you literally could throw them back into the bot. If you had $5 in commissions, you could throw them back into the bot. So it's going to create this environment that you have control even more than what you already have, where you know that you have full liquidity. You can get access to your money anytime that you want. All you have to do is do a withdrawal. You have the control of being able to compound, not compound. You see every single open trade that's going to happen inside of your system. And I want to talk just really quickly, and I'm going to give you the update, I promise. But there's one thing that I haven't spent a lot of time on that I want to just focus on just for a second, even though the first part of this presentation was built around, not being an affiliate, the opportunity to earn. I do want to talk about our affiliate platform for just a second for those of you that participate in it, because, you know, with the opportunity to compound profits, obviously your growth becomes very exponential, right? I mean, we all know what Einstein said about compounding interest. It is the most powerful force in the universe, right? That's what he said, not me, but that's what he said. So the bottom line is we know that as you start to compound things, they have the potential to grow much quicker, right? Now, that's assuming that the technology works, right? And that our bot continues to grow, which I believe it's going to. But having this ability to compound your profits is really cool. But what it also instantly creates is compounding commissions. Do you understand that? Like if you have people that are compounding their profits into their system, it's also creating a compound effect on your commissions. We built this entire platform around the residual component. There is zero money that is paid up front because it mathematically doesn't make sense. If you're putting money into a platform and there's any upfront whatsoever, you're digging yourself into a major hole. Number one, as the person putting the money in, and number two, as a company, let's just say we pay out 20%. We've got to do like 40% just to get you back to even, and then also produce what we want on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever we want to do. It's very, very challenging. So we don't do any of that. So we built this system, we built this platform to create this residual component. And, oftentimes people look at what's being created in the beginning and they get a little bit discouraged, right? Because they're used to these huge upfront things. This is not going to be a big upfront thing. This is going to be something that you can build, and you literally, while you're sleeping, while you're at the beach with your family, while you're at your 9 to 5 job, while you're fishing, whatever you want to be doing, you have the potential to be having commissions hit your account over and over and over, in addition to profits, but not just on a simple basis. Now it's going to go into a compounding opportunity as well. So it's not just compounding profits, it's potentially compounding commissions as well if people that you are connected with are also compounding. So it's a really cool thing. Now, I want to be clear on something. I don't care if a single person compounds or not. That is the truth. We do not care if you compound or not. That is your unique experience. Whatever you want to do with your money, you can do. If you want to take out every single penny that comes in profit or commission, do it, right? Absolutely do it. That is completely up to you. So, with all that being said, and I know people are excited about what's coming, and I want to tell you just before I give you this final update, I want to tell you thank you truthfully for your patience, right? Usually, when a company announces something and it takes 3 weeks, like we thought literally about 3 weeks ago, that we would be live, probably within a week. And now we're 3 weeks later, and I've gotten almost to the point where I feel like I'm monotonous with, my messages that I'm putting in those rooms, like, hey, hang tight, just hang in there. We're gonna be there. Stay positive, stay patient. You can only do that for so long, right? Especially in this industry where things move just like that, right? People lose distraction. I mean, they get distracted very quickly, the shiny penny syndrome. But if that's one of you, if maybe you've lost focus here for just a second, I want you to rest assured. So here's exactly where we're at with the new RTF system. Okay, it is 100% complete, completely tested, completely done, completely put up on our system, our live server is what I'm saying. But with that being said, we could have launched this yesterday. Our development team does not work on Sundays. So even though we're here working on Sundays, our development team doesn't work on Sundays. So I just basically made the decision that we've waited this long. We need to wait another day, because if we make this thing live, okay, and I didn't have my development team here and there's any issue whatsoever, I'm stuck with that for 24 hours. And since this stuff is real time, it's not like we can go in there and pause this, right? It's going to be much more difficult to spot bugs as soon as we launch this, because it is so quick and so real time. We're talking about every second, every other second, something like that could potentially hit and create new data in the space or in our system. So with that being said, I thought it was much smarter to just hold off, pump the brakes, and do this thing tonight. So here's the deal: our development team, they're in Europe, they're in Asia, and basically when they get into tonight, so that will be a late night our time if you're in the United States, probably early morning if you're in Europe or Asia. They're going to be implementing this system and making it live. So we are going live. You haven't heard me talk about this at all, right? You haven't heard me talk and give very specific dates. But what I'm telling you is we're done. So the plan is to go absolutely live with this thing and get it going. I just thought, again, I know we all wanted it, and I know people have been like hammering me about it, but the idea to launch something without my development team there scared me to death. So, as even though I would have, gotten to take a little bit of heat off myself, it didn't make sense to do that. I'd rather just wait. Now, I'm going to be very straightforward with y'all, just like I always am. Okay. I fully expect this thing to go off without a hitch. We have tested the crap out of this thing, for lack of a better word. Sorry. We have tested this thing and tested it and tested it and made sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do, not only on the profit side, but the commission side, all instantaneously, which is super cool. But it is also technology, and I can't predict what will or will not happen. So, all I want you to know is that we have a great team behind us doing something that has never been done, ever been done. What we're doing has never been done. So, giving you the opportunity to see real-time transparency in your account, have full liquidity, right? Access to your money anytime that you want to do it, be able to see all the open trades, have those real-time profits, real-time commissions, the opportunity to compound. All those things are going to be life changing for many of us, right? It is going to be a complete, even though I hate the word game changer in this industry, it's going to put us so far ahead of the competition. It's not even going to be fair, right? So we're doing something that is awesome, but at the same time, it's taken time, it takes effort, and it will continue to take time and effort, right? Because this will be a constant monitoring that we have to do. So with that being said, I just want to encourage you guys to have patience even after we launch this thing, just in case something's to come up. I don't expect it to. I think things are going to work perfectly fine. But here's what I know from being in this industry for a long time. Oftentimes, when you test technology, you go through all this technology, you do all this stuff. What traditionally happens is even after you launch it, the field, so the people just like you, the users of the product and service, they come back and they say, hey, James, I saw this, or can you take a look at this, or this doesn't look right, can you help it? So we're going to ask you guys, just as always, and I don't even have to ask, if you see something that doesn't make sense or doesn't look right, let us know and we'll do our best to get back with you as soon as possible. Obviously, this week will be a big week. I will be doing specific trainings on the new back office, understanding the Dart system, understanding everything about it. There'll be new videos that are completely done in your instruction section as well. I can't complete those until I actually have it in a live account to go through it. So those will be changed, but it's not going to affect the signups or anything like that. Everything will be fine from that perspective. But we got to improve those, right? Because the back office is changing. So just keep in mind all this stuff is coming. We are going live tonight / tomorrow. So I'm very fired up about it. And again, I appreciate your patience. So with all that being said, I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. I didn't expect to go that long. I want to open this thing up for any Q&A that you have. I'm here to answer a few questions before I go. So you can ask them in the chat or you can ask them on the Q&A. So if you have any questions, let me know and I'll do it. Oh, Carrie, thank you so much. Carrie says that we're awesome. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate your leadership. You've been awesome as well. All right. Any questions? Just throw them here. You can type them in the chat or you can put them in the Q&A session. So Cynthia's, hold on. Mark is saying if we are already hooked up to Dart, do we need to do anything? No, Mark, great question. So nothing's going to happen on your side at all. Okay. You won't notice any difference. Well, I mean, you'll notice a difference, but you don't have to do any of it, right? The system's doing all that. So great question. I bet there were a lot of people wondering that as well. All right. So Cynthia is asking, what will the withdrawal system be? So Cynthia, you will be able to withdraw profits, be able to withdraw, your commissions whenever you want. So instantly. Now, as far as the process is concerned, I believe right now in Dart, you can withdraw in Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, USDT, USDC. You can also get bank wires. I think it has to be at least $2,000. So the process of doing that basically remains the same. Now the buttons will be in some different places and things like that. And we'll do some training on that. But just keep that in mind that everything will remain the same and it's just like it is now. It's fully liquid. Okay, let's see here. Whiskey, I don't know what to say that. I don't want to say that out loud, but thank you, man. I appreciate the compliment. Like you said, you can come to Gulf Shores and we can hang out sometime. Let's see here. Will the compounding be push button or off, set a percentage or completely manual? Great question. So essentially you will have a opportunity to turn it on or off, but you're going to be able to select a percentage is basically it. So if you want to do 25% and have 75% of your profits hit your wallet, you can do that. If you want to do 100%, it's going to be your unique experience. So you will be able to do it with a button in the back office. So you have to do it, obviously, right? Because it's your account, but it will be very simple. Good question. Yeah. So Carrie, that's exactly right. It's basically going to be a slider that you pick. So we'll be able to do under $200 when the compounding goes live. And will the amount we compound be added to our total versus now? So great question. So Stacy, the minimum to get started, okay, like if someone was brand new, will still be $200. So that will still be the minimum. But on your compounding and after you've initially put in that $200, you can put in as little as you would like. If you have $1 put in there, you want to add, you can do it. So your profits from your technology, your bot, you can add those back in automatically. Also, commissions that come in, let's just say you have $5 in commissions, you just want to roll that to your trade account and put it in the bot, you can do that. So $200 to start, and then after that you can put in whatever you want. So good question. Let's see here. Oh, and you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Will we have to do KYC for every withdrawal? So Ryan, I think after you do that initial KYC, no, you'll just go. You only do KYC once, right? So you just prove who you are, and that can be done with the driver's license. I will tell you, like when I set mine up, like not exaggerating, I think it was like maybe 1 minute tops, maybe 90 seconds, but I don't even think so. I think like 1 minute I was able to get approved just with my driver's license. So if you have a passport or a driver's license or something like that, it should be very quick to do. You only have to do it that one time. Now, you will have to do the 2FA every single time you do a withdrawal, just like on any major financial company or major exchange. Dart does require you to do both, I think, both the Google Authenticator and an email 2FA, so two-factor authentication, right? So just keep that in mind. Can we add the same bot for, hold on. Can we add the same bot form Zelle or other cryptos? So, Steve, I'm not sure I completely understand what you're asking there, but you can fund your bot from Zelle if that's what you're asking, and yeah, or crypto. So you could do a bank wire, you could do Zelle, you could do crypto. Now, if you're talking about a commission, I don't think that they pay commissions out in Zelle. You'll have to check with Dart on that, but I don't think so. Mainly because there's limits to Zelle, like not only limits for you, but there would be limits for them as well, what they can send out on a daily basis. Um, oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. You're very welcome, man. When I withdrew my first amount to test it, it had me do an ID verification again. Oh, well, there you go, Stacy. Thank you. So, Stacy's saying that when so I guess she's withdrawn twice now, or at least twice, and it did make her do an ID verification again. So maybe that is the case. See, I know I should know that, but I didn't. So I apologize. I haven't done much on the withdrawal side. I have done it, but only one time, and I can't really talk on that. So I will get an answer for sure, but based on what Stacy said, yeah, it did ask that twice. So thank you, Stacy. Are there any wallet restrictions? Kevin's asking, are there any wallet restrictions? Kevin, I think you mean like, is there any wallet restriction like as far as you receiving funds out or like withdrawing? I don't think so. I mean, I think as long as you're withdrawing Bitcoin and you're going to a Bitcoin wallet, you can. Now, there are some restrictions. Like I saw one time that someone was trying to do a withdrawal to another Kraken wallet, and the what Dart had said, I guess Dart was using Kraken as well for like their processor behind the scenes, so they couldn't send it to another Kraken wallet. So just keep in mind that's a real Dart question. So I don't want to speak on their behalf, but at the same time, just keep in mind I don't think there's any restrictions like as far as the type of wallet you use, but you could run into something like that at some point. Can we add funds to the same script? That's what Steve's asking. Yeah, Steve, you can. Yeah, so you will be able to add funds to the script, like whatever script you want. So not whatever script you want, but as often as you want. So you're not going to have to set up a new trade script like you do right now. I know that's super annoying. You won't have to do that. Everyone will have one trade script. So even if you have multiple trade scripts right now, once this change is done, you're going to have one trade script. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Oh, Ofer, I think that's how you say that, or maybe offer. Ofer or offer. Yeah, I think I just answered your question. Everything will be combined into one. Um, yeah, Dane, definitely, man. We can touch base on that as far as the marketing. I don't know if any of y'all have checked out some of Dane's videos, but he's thrown a couple videos out that were really cool for our people. So thank you, Dane, for doing that. Will we receive an IRS at the end of the year, or so yeah. So here's the deal. Like we will have to send 1099s out for commissions that are being paid, just like any legitimate company will. I mean, if you're an international customer, then no. You'll basically have an earnings report that you'll get. But yeah, if you're in the U.S., just know that I mean this is legit. So I would be worried if you're not getting those. Okay. Is there an ability to do an auto deposit in some way? Hmm. Kevin, I don't know. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. I'm sorry, but like I don't think that there is that I would know of, and I'll tell you why. Most of the time, and unless y'all know something I don't know if there's the ability to set up like an auto transfer on a wallet to another wallet, if that makes sense. So the automatic thing, I think it would only work with USD at this point. So just like a bank wire or like something like that. So you might be able to set it up on your side like that, but I don't think that there is right now, and I don't know if there will be, honestly. All right. Wendy, I don't know. I don't think it was a channel. I think he was throwing those in a Telegram room. Um, so I don't know if you're in the Telegram room or not, but get with your sponsor on that. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions before we wrap? Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I forget there's two places for me to look. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Vin's asking, can we get access to the slides? Well, you can get, yeah, I can throw that to you. I mean, we have put those in the Telegram room, but yeah, we can get those, Vin. Not a problem at all. We can do that. And it just brings up one point I want to mention here for everybody's safety. We really want you using company approved slides and marketing material. The last thing we want to do is get misrepresented, even if you're not doing it on purpose. Sometimes there's little words from a compliance standpoint you got to be really careful of. So, if you're wanting to do your own overview calls, which are awesome, I hope that you do want to do those on your own for your team, or you want to do your own presentations. I'm asking you, like, I don't care if you change the colors and things like that. But as far as the content is concerned, in doing these presentations, you either need to use ours or you need to send one in to support and let us approve it, right? Because it can create a lot of problems for people if you're putting the wrong information out there. Um, David's saying, I have $200 in my trade wallet now. Can I start a new trade script now too? Yeah, David, you can, man, but I would tell you, uh, yeah, you could throw it in there actually anytime you want because it's not going to matter, but it will be combined into one. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, you can do that right this second if you'd like to. Chris is asking about affiliate tools that will be coming. Yeah, Chris, we are definitely working on those. And by the way, I know there's some of you that have reached out to me, over the past few weeks. I've been really challenging to get a hold of. Please don't take it personal. I know everyone here is trying to help and trying to do, the best thing for the members. But we do have affiliate tools that are coming. We're also working on some other stuff. But if you're one of those people that I haven't had time to get back with or spend the time I need to with, I apologize. Really hoping, like, after tomorrow things will calm down a little bit. Let's see here. Glenn, I received an accreditation pending on Dart indicating I need to have an accredited investor asking for 2 years tax. Glenn, I'm not sure. It looks like you probably clicked on like the vault or something like that in Dart. Full velocity, we don't support that at all. Okay, the only thing that we use Dart for is for the integration of our technology. So if you're wanting to mess around with any of other Dart's products or services, you're going to have to work directly with them. But if you're in the U.S. on some of those things, you are going to have to be accredited. So that means you're either going to have a net worth of $1 million that your CPA or your bank or someone can send a letter on your behalf, or you have to make at least $350,000 as a married couple or $250,000 as a single. I think those are the numbers. Check with Dart on that, but we don't support any of that here at Full Velocity. I'm not saying it's. I'm just telling you we don't. You're not going to hear us train on it or anything like that. So your best bet is to reach out to them on that. Okay. Will there be compounding instruction videos? Yeah. So not only there's going to be all new videos, that's walking people through it and training videos as well. All right. So if you only have a fiat currency and you don't have a crypto yet, how can you still buy in for 200? Yes, you can actually. You could Zelle money in. You could wire money in. That would be a really expensive wire though. So I would be very careful of that. If you're in the US, I would Zelle money in. That would be your least expensive option for $200. Steve's asking about combining the trade scripts. If you have two, three, four, five trade scripts, you will have one after this integration. So someone's asking about the 2.4% that's average since March of 2021. Um, they're saying that let's see here. I'm not. They're saying that they haven't seen that like inside of the bot. So a couple things. 2.4% per week is what has averaged, right? It's what's averaged since March of 2021. I haven't broke down every week. I did break down like the first or second week. I think it was like 2.21, something like that. I think last week was a little bit less than that, maybe like 1.8 or somewhere in there. Just keep in mind, if you're focused on that number, I mean, we almost don't publicize that number except for people want to know, because what happens is people get fixated on this 2.4%. I want to be very clear, even though I've said it multiple times, there is zero, and I do mean zero guarantees whatsoever. It could be minus 2.4%, it could be minus 10%. There's no guarantees, right? So, what it has averaged and what it will do going forward are two different things. But just like I said, we've not had a single down day in 5.5 weeks, which is an amazing thing. It's already produced over 40,000 in profits, not including affiliates, for just everyday normal people that people can win. So I just want to encourage you, don't get too caught up on that number. I think that's a dangerous place to be living, because what we know is that everyone out there that is spouting this 2% a day, 3% a day, 5% a day, we know that that's fake, right? It is fake, period. We don't have to get into it. So just know that you're looking at something that's real, and it's impossible for us to dictate what will happen going forward. We can just continue to make sure our strategy and our technology works, which is what we've been doing. All right. Is there a compounding calculator? Hold on. Is there a compounding calculator that can factor in the auto withdrawal of 30%? Then good question. I'm sure we could implement that into the calculator that we have. I bet we could. Yeah, I think we could do that. I'll have to talk to the programmers on that. And if you can shoot me just a private message to remind me, that would help. When the RTF says goes live, do we have to move our commissions from the main wallet to the trade wallet in order to? Yes. So the way commissions work, they will still hit your main wallet, Coach Steve. So as soon as something is paid in from a commission standpoint, it will go to your main wallet. Profits from the technology and your bot will go into the trade wallet. If you wanted to move your commissions to the trade wallet and put them into the bot, you absolutely can do that. We definitely did record this, so I'll send this out. Okay. What is the max sum for each script? So, Carrie, the max that was on there, and I need to verify this, was basically $500,000 into each time you did it. Now you could do it multiple times, but it had a $500,000 max. I need to check if that's still the case, since we're going to just one trade script. Let me verify that for you. I don't know that for sure, but it was 500,000. Mark said he just did the KYC and withdrew USDT. It was very simple. Awesome. Monty asking, do we also own Dart? No, Monty. I wish I had ownership in it. Now, I think that'd be a major conflict of interest, number one. But I don't have any ownership in Dart whatsoever. We just integrate with them. And I want to be very clear on something. Dart is who we've chosen to work with. It's chosen who we've integrated with. And it's the only way that the affiliate side of this can work. I mean, people can use, if someone wanted to use Binance and hook it up, there's a cost to doing that, right? There's a setup fee, there's a minimum requirement on the amount that you can put in. You have to set up a separate account so we can actually collect those fees, and you can't participate in the affiliate side of it, because there's no way of tracking, like, and that's what Dart does for us. So like those 20 levels of unilevel, we can actually track that through the Dart system because of the way that they report it. With Binance, if someone wanted to go direct to them, which we don't care, because like, I mean, like from a company standpoint, we would still get our fee. But in order to protect our affiliates and to have this platform, we had to have Dart, right? We needed to have an integration that would allow us to track those things. So that's why we do that. But if you want to use something else, you absolutely can. But just know that the affiliate side of it, you're not going to be able to utilize that. And there's much higher requirements and fees associated with it. Okay. Let's see here. Any other questions? Got maybe like just one more minute here, and I'm going to wrap this thing up. You're welcome, Monty. All right. I don't see anything else coming in here. So, look, just one second. I got two places to look, and I'm not. I got ADHD, I think. I don't pay attention very well. No, I don't think I have it. But listen, I want to tell y'all thank you so much for taking the time to come out on your Sunday. I did record this, right? So we will definitely be sending this out so everybody can review this. I'm excited about tonight. I'm also very tired, as you can probably tell, but I am fired up about where we're going as a company, the future of where we're going, and this real time system. I promise you, the wait that we've had and the the pain in the butts and the over and over messages saying, "Hey, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming," it's going to be worth it, man. I'm telling you, you can't break a mold like this and disrupt an entire industry without a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of hard work, and we've been busting it around the clock to make sure that this can get done as soon as it can, but it has to be done right, and that's the only way we can go live with it if it's done right. So it's a lot easier for me to take heat from people like, hey, why is it not here, than it is for me to launch something that's not ready and then the whole world's mad, right? So that's why we've been waiting on this. But thank you all so much, man. I mean, I really truly appreciate everybody's patience. Everyone's been super cool with this. I mean, I know people want it, but everyone's been really awesome about that, and I truly appreciate. I think it's because everyone can see how big of a deal this actually is, right? I mean, it's like you're waiting, 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 but we know that it's going to be worth it. So, with that being said, y'all have a great day. Thank you for your time. I will get this recording out to you very soon. Join us tonight, by the way, join us tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central Time for our live overview call. Invite all your guests, right? Invite as many people as you can to that, and let us tell them about the new story that we have here inside of Full Velocity. Have a great day. Bye bye.